YNW Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars.
Oh, please don't you cry, I'm sorry. I just hope sometime I'll be home.
Rappers on the internet responded to the judge's recent outburst in the Melly case by stating that this is the year that Melly is released. The judge instructed the prosecution to explain why Melly shouldn't be free or that he is releasing him, but Charleston White was shocked.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated. When you done chose to play, think somebody.
When the judge mentioned that Melly might be released from jail, his attitude changed. Melly had been sitting in our jail for more than 2,100 days, and he needed to make an informed decision about his lawyers. Melly had been in court to prepare for his trial in September, but he wasn't having it. He arrived looking irate and without a haircut.
Let me repeat myself. Mr. Devins has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers to be. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm just asking for, and then I'm asking for at least a day or two.
You can decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The judge was surprised that Melly had been incarcerated since February 2019, so he instructed the prosecutor to draft a document outlining the reasons why Melly shouldn't be granted a bond. However, given the way the prosecutors work, they are now looking into one of Melly's attorneys for witness tampering in order to postpone a bond hearing. As we saw in the report, Raven Liberty is being investigated for witness tampering while Melly awaits his retrial. But what's worrisome is that his lawyer might not be being investigated, and this is just another tactic they are using to postpone Melly's trial. Despite Melly's attorney's efforts to secure a bond, they brought up the fact that Melly texted his ex-girlfriend during the crime, revealing that he was texting about escaping from men on the street.
The part he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Judy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
Because of the way he texted during the drive-by, the text implies that it was real. In addition, the fact that they never even located the gun further supports Melly's claim.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what I was used.
Okay.
However, the prosecutors didn't back down easily. They addressed the judge in court and explained that Melly is facing charges of witness tampering, which carries a life sentence in addition to the allegations of removing Bag Chaser and Judy.
6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
Since Maria, Melly's ex-girlfriend, is aware of the truth about what transpired that evening, they think Melly has been calling his ex-girlfriend from jail to tell her not to testify. Juwie's father investigated the witness to Ng and disclosed how Melly spoke with Maria.
There's this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
They like to me, they're going through extreme measures, try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and ASAP Rocky's baby mom.
We heard Melly's mother discuss how his phone and mail privileges were taken away from him. Thus, this information, which Melly faces a life sentence on the witness tampering charges alone, addresses the question of why he has been treated so harshly inside of jail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
However, if Melly used the phone to witness tampering, that's why he lost his privileges, so they would probably have proof that he attempted to tamper with Maria. His mother, however, expressed her heartbreak and helplessness for her son as Melly's circumstances in jail worsened.
You saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
Boozy stepped in to check on his mother because of the toll that Melly's case was having on her.
She real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good one.
Melly's case was so drawn out that the prosecutors made a new file of evidence to make sure he didn't get a bond. They started by discussing how Melly was close to King Von before he was arrested and committed the crime, because an Block member had mentioned how they would meet up and what he learned after a fight with King Von. Melly sought King Von's counsel on how to resolve a conflict between Juvie and Sack Chaser.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people can say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me, bro. Why you put that, bro? Walk up him. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that it's two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around?
Sack Chaser and Juvie were after Melly for money. Melly and Borland generated the majority of the company's revenue, but Sack Chaser and Juvie wanted a 25% split among the group, which Melly refused to do because he was doing all the work. If you know what King Von did on the streets, you can imagine the advice Von would have given Melly, as it gives them the perfect excuse to keep all the money for themselves. When the prosecutors present this evidence from Melly's phone, though, he will not be granted a bond.
PC Gambino asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, S-H-H-H-H.
Melly and Borton are spotted dancing the morning after the incident, adding to the proof that they don't appear depressed at all.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
But some of the most damning evidence against Melly comes from the Jeep they were driving. A skilled investigator explains why it wasn't a drive-by and why the criminal was in the back left seat of the vehicle.
How many rounds were inside the car?
30. From the driver's side back seat.
As to Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
Oh.
My determination was that this is not a drive-by.
and it's based upon this picture here. At a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
Eventually, things get worse for Borland and Melly as they are charged with more crimes because the feds raided Borland's home after he appeared in court one day and discovered a suitcase containing notes about the locations of specific jurors in the courtroom and brief descriptions of their appearance.
Police co-defendant YNW Borland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Borland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Borland allegedly tampered with a witness.
Which, in a trial, is among the worst things you can do and is completely unlawful. YNW scholars were shocked that they had considered doing this at all.
Keep it real, this is sloppy. Borland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh! Like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of them is in your DVD player. Like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be in your crib.
However, this pertains to Bowie's statement that the federal government will use every resource at its disposal to keep him incarcerated, despite Melly causing this.
They're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.